Setting line weights. Line weights help communicate information. We often make bold or draw attention to elements of a drawing that are important. For example, if the drawing is a grading plan, we want the proposed contours to stand out. If the drawing are details, then we want the details to stand out in the drawing. So for example, if we take a look at this drawing, we can notice in this first detail that we can see the boundary of the retaining wall is much more bolder than the other line work. We also see the surface, or the grade, also being bolded. And we see the same thing happening with these other details. We see that this curb cut here is bold, and if we look at this one, we can see certain elements here are also bold. This helps communicate what the detail is about. So let's just say, for example, if it looked like this, you can imagine that it can be quite difficult to tell what this detail is supposed to be about. So if we go back to our other drawing, we can see that by having line weights, and most drawings have about 3 tiers, so you can see that we have this very bold retaining wall edge here, and then we still see a darker line here, but it's much thinner than this boundary line. And then we see this hatch pattern in the background, which is a very light gray pattern. And we always want to make sure that our hatching is the lightest color as possible, so that way it pushes to the back of the drawing. And we could have made it where it was more like this, where we didn't bold this outer area. But by doing that, we made it pop out, or made it very readily apparent that this is a detail of a retaining wall.